What's up, everybody? I am Buggy D Newgate, and we have Lightskin Daywalker. We are the Geek Lodestars. Ty's going to be in here eventually. Don't know when, but he'll be here. So, very big important news that dropped yesterday. Um, albeit it was a stupid way, but got people talking.
Oh God,
Um,
was it stupid?
the official cast, well, part of the cast, because there's still going to be more coming in the future, but I feel
Upwards
like
to 50 to 60, I believe the number was.
yeah, 50 as of right now. Because I I saw the post earlier that RDJ had shared that there's still more to come. So
Um,
I'm just curious as to who's gonna be in a Doomsday. Another thing that I started thinking about was, is this gonna be? I think we talked about it with you as well. How this Doom might be the Fox universe's Doom if it
yeah, this
goes
is
on.
what I'm starting to think. This is the Fox universe Doom. Even though we already had Doom, the guy who from Nip Tuck, I forgot his name, but I know that show he was in. He played Doom. I don't know if Robert Downey Jr. was originally tagged to be Doom in the Fox universe at one point. I wonder if that was, and that's why they have him being Doom. It's interesting,
Yeah,
but I
it
do
is.
think, but I do believe he is, in my opinion, this is not going by anything we've read or heard. This is just my opinion. He's the Fox Doom.
Or we could probably put it in better terms. We could probably say he's the Fox X-Men universe's Doom, because I don't think they ever confirmed that the Fantastic Four back in those days were tied
Well,
to anything
to
at
the
all. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That is true. It's you know, yeah, because we're not seeing. Well, we did. Well, in Deadpool Wolverine, we did see Chris Evans
Yeah.
reprise his role as Johnny Storm, but we don't see Jessica Alba or the other guy or Michael Chiklis.
Yeah,
So
you're
were
right.
they killed off?
I you
Can we
know
say
that brings up a good point. That may be.
were they killed off? Were
Okay.
they devoured?
And another thing this news brought up was our Avengers, lineup. Who's going to be, the lineup for this new Avengers? And we kind of got,
An
most of it.
idea.
Yeah. So I don't know. This MFer needs to be in here so we can freaking talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want
One
to start
surprise.
without him.
You know what? We may as well let's be professional and keep the
Yeah.
keep the show rolling. One surprising one, aside from the X-Men, Channing Tatum coming back as Gambit. That
Okay. So
that is a pleasant surprise.
I'm just
I
I'm
had
just
a
gonna
feeling.
I'm just gonna run down the cast real quick because I pulled up the video because I was
Sounds good.
having a hard time trying to find the damn.
Find
Yeah. So Chris Hemsworth is the first one, which I'm surprising. We got Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, Anthony
yep,
Mackie, Captain America,
yep.
Sebastian Stan,
Winter
go
Soldier.
figures. Lita Wright, Black Panther,
Yep, yep. Shuri.
Paul Rudd, Ant-Man,
Mhm.
Wyatt Russell, U.S. Agent, which shows you that he survives in
Vibes.
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
Tenok Huerta
Namer.
Villa, or
Namer.
Namor, as they call him in Black Panther,
Namor.
without love. Eban Moss Backrack, which is the thing.
Yeah.
Simu Liu, which Shang-Chi's finally back in the damn zeitgeist of
Mm,
everybody, because
yeah, he's been MIA for a hot minute.
um, Florence Pugh, which we know she's gonna survive Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Kelsey Grammer, Beast.
Beast.
Um,
I'm glad. I'm
You
happy.
you didn't see the Marvels, right?
Yes, I did. And
Okay.
I saw that he was in there at the end. I did. I didn't when they announced him because I honestly was one of the people that was sitting there watching. Like, is this how they're gonna do it? I finally got off and just kept on refreshing Screen Rant
If I'm
because
being
they were
honest,
doing it.
I didn't bother watching it because I wasn't gonna stay there every 12 minutes waiting for the damn
No, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, oh, there's a big announcement. Okay, there's a chair.
show.
Okay, there's
It's
another chair. It's really this is how they're doing this?
it's funny
Get the f
because
out of here,
out
bro.
of all the peoples that I've seen react to this casting news, they all pretty much said the same thing. This is the stupidest thing the stupidest way they've ever,
Yeah,
announced anything. But it's got people talking, unfortunately.
yeah. The next
Uh,
round, do it differently, please.
yeah, it's funny because I was watching Real Rejects, and they were basically
Hmm.
saying, I'm not gonna be able to look at a director's chair the same anymore after this announcement, which is
Nah,
hilarious.
it's like PTSD, bro. No, Marvel announcement Doomsday.
But I'm gonna continue real quick. We got Lewis
Yeah,
Pullman, who is the Sentry. Um,
yep.
Danny Ramirez, the Falcon, the new Falcon that we
The new
got.
Fox. Yep.
Joseph Quinn,
That's
Johnny.
Human Torch.
David Harbour, a Red Guardian. Winston
Guardian.
Duke, M'Baku. Hannah John Kamen, that is Ghost. Okay, I blanked on that real quick. Now, the surprising one so far will continue to the other ones. Tom
Yeah.
Hiddleston.
Loki.
God of Stories. Are we gonna see? And I believe we talked about this. I don't know if we ever. No, we weren't covering Loki on this channel, I believe, or were we?
You got.
I don't even
I.
remember because
I.
between this channel and then Ty's channel, the back and forth,
Yeah.
it's hard to keep
I
track.
don't even remember if I was with you guys doing Loki. If I
I
was,
I don't remember honestly.
dude, it's been so far back. I might have been with helping you guys with Loki.
I want to
We're gonna have to look back.
see. I want to see that interaction with Loki and Thor. That's the one thing that I
Yes.
need, and I think a
Yeah.
lot of fans need as well.
Yeah.
Um,
It's missed.
Continuing forward, Tom Hiddleston. After that is Patrick Stewart. Charles Xavier is coming back, and
Hmm.
the way he got treated in Multiverse of Madness, he needs to come back.
Yeah. That was strange what he did to him.
Now, the one shocker to me, Patrick Stewart, yeah, he's coming back, but Ian McKellen,
Sir Ian McKellen.
Magneto's coming back as well. Alan Cumming,
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler,
OG
which
Nightcrawler.
I'm gonna say it right here and now. I hate that we never got to see more of him in future X-Men movies with Alan Cumming.
I liked his Nightcrawler. I
Yeah,
liked his
especially that
Nightcrawler.
that in the beginning scene where he's in the White House where he's
Hmm.
attacking, I believe, the president, if I remember correctly, right? That
Yeah.
that people regard that as the best comic book scene ever. And
Yeah, that was the way they did it. It was comic accurate. That's how you would picture how he would pop around just to take guys out.
they're
It
literally
looked like
bringing everybody back because after those two, or after those three, as far as like X-Men, you have Rebecca Romaine,
Mystique.
Mystique. Now the question is she gonna be in full makeup or CGI?
I think she's actually gonna. They're gonna keep her clothed and have
You
makeup,
you
prosthetic.
you could do have her, I don't know if they'll do it because
Dude, they could.
back
Dude,
then she was
you could have
fully
her in her
naked,
classic
but
costume, the
in
white dress.
in
You could have her in the white dress, dude.
in the X-Men Days of Future
First
Past,
class.
like that continuity, like she was actually in costume, so she wasn't like in full makeup. She just had like
Yeah,
certain parts.
yeah, exactly. That they could do that now for sure.
Yeah,
The fact that she was like pretty much naked in the original X Men, I honestly thought was stupid. It made no sense.
yeah, and it's funny because if you've seen Mystique, she has, like you said, that white robe, that where
The
she's
white
normally
gown, that white
accustomed
gown.
to wearing.
Yeah,
The next one after Rebecca was James Marsden. Now,
Cyclops.
me, he's finally in here, so let me put him in here. Me, Ty,
About
have
time.
Yo, what's up,
have
y'all? How y'all
we
doing?
talked about X-Men 97 and ad nauseum about how they pretty much made that character way better than the movies that they did with James Marsden.
Oh,
And
for sure,
I,
for sure.
you know, real quick, fingers crossed, we get a good uh characterization of James Marsden Cyclops, because I'm gonna tell you right now, in the Fox movies, besides well, who's the one that played him when he was younger? Sheridan, Tyler Sheridan.
I think
I
so.
think so. Yeah, yeah, I think so.
But you
I
know what? If you watch Wolverine X-Men Origins, there's Cyclops is in that too, and another person plays him.
Yeah,
So there's been
yeah.
No,
there's been
There's been
many.
a couple
it's not
people.
that. I'm just talking about the way he was portrayed with
Okay.
James Marsden,
Mhm.
actor. That's one way they could rectify that, because I've said it before. Me and Ty have
Here,
said that a lot of times. Like,
Yeah,
they hold Cyclops
I
in
hope
that universe.
for
what
real,
they
for
could.
sure, for
I hope
sure.
maybe they could get some input from Chris Claremont, who's written some of the best X-Men stories, on how to like approach Cyclops in this.
Um,
Yeah, she
I
should have been to that. Honestly,
I
been
was
to
You know,
that.
watching
kind
Real Rejects. Coy brought up a good point.
Mm,
what?
Um,
mm.
how instead of him having the optics,
Hmm.
have him with the ultimate X-Men, costume with the X on his face, instead of having to constantly use
Yeah.
the thing, because that way he could just use his powers whenever he needs to.
Well, if I remember correctly, in the Jim Lee run, he had a button on his palm that he controlled. He didn't have to use press a button on his
Oh, you mean
visor to
on the
attack.
side of the visor? Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and there
yeah,
was a
yeah.
button on his palm that he would press, and it would allow him to fire it out. And I think at some point,
Oh, okay.
and I think at some point he does gain enough control of it that he can control it without using that.
Hmm.
Got it.
Um,
Okay, okay, okay.
so the next one after James Marsden is probably the most interesting one. Now, we kind of had a feeling he escaped the Void in Deadpool and Wolverine, because we saw the post credits
Yeah,
of like the portal opening, but you don't actually see it.
yeah,
Um, you see Channing Tatum's Gambit's gonna be officially part of this
Yeah,
crew.
man.
Now, me and you
Mm-hmm.
were talking before we started going live of how they're gonna
Ooh, I'm about to make
bring
a name for
Gambit
myself. Yeah.
with the Fox X-Men, because in Deadpool and Wolverine, he basically stated that he has no origin. He was created
yeah.
here in the void and stuff like that. How are they gonna,
Right.
proceed going forward of how he ties in with this X-Men, these characters,
Right.
which is interesting. And then after that is we got the Pedro Pascal chair, and then after that is Robert Downey, and then that's pretty much the core,
That's round
cast as of
one.
right now. Yeah.
Right. Right. Actually, I wonder. Well, if it's okay with you guys, because I know you kind of went down the list, so I kind of wanted to go down the list and see, like, for each one, like, is it a surprise or not a surprise that this person was going to be in the movie? It's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. If that's okay.
We
I
could
mean,
I could honestly tell you right now, the group for me is
Yeah.
the Fox X-Men. Fox
Yeah.
yeah,
X-Men.
Yeah.
yeah.
That right
Pretty
there is the
much.
biggest
Pretty
surprise
much.
for me.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well,
Magneto.
real
Ian
quick,
McKellen was the biggest one for me. Yeah.
I probably want to say Namor, because I was not expecting Namor to
Yeah.
be in
True.
Doomsday,
True.
honestly,
True.
because
True.
we saw him
True.
in Black
True.
Panther
Outside
2.
of that, yeah.
The
Yeah.
same with Shang-Chi. We haven't seen any or heard anything about these characters since then.
Since then, like, from 2021,
No, Black Panther came around like COVID area, like COVID time around there.
the second one or the first
I
one?
can't tell you.
Yeah.
The second one, yeah, the second one came out like 2021, and I think Shang-Chi came out in 2020.
It was
Don't hold
COVID
me to
era, somewhere around
something like
there.
that, yeah. But we haven't seen them since then, like you said, Bugs, and I'm very surprised they were going to be in it too. Century's going to be in it too. I was a little bit surprised about that one too.
No,
Honestly,
no Guardians, no
nope,
Wanda,
nope,
no Spider-Man,
nope,
no Doctor Strange.
nope.
I'm trying to think of other characters that.
No Hulk.
No Hulk. There you go. That's one. No
Red Hulk
She-Hulk.
either.
That too.
No Daredevil. No
I
Punisher.
was just gonna bring that
Defenders.
up. The Real
Yeah,
Rejects brought up a good point. When Coy and Greg were talking about it, how you could have them, but have a like do their own thing. I guess in their own show or their other side of the world because
right,
this is
right,
gonna
right,
be
right.
dealing with multiversal stuff and
Right. Because we
I
don't
don't
even know if
know.
they're going to be in,
Yeah,
this
exactly. Because
universe. You know what I'm saying? Right,
these characters are street level characters, and
right, right.
and that's kind of what they did
Yeah.
with Spider-Man in No Way Home, where they kind of like rebooted, so he's back to being a street level character.
For now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for now.
Um. I me and Lyskin were talking about before, like we could kind of gauge of who's the new Avengers lineup with this right here, in a way, because
Mm.
there's still other people that haven't. Oh, Vision's another one. We Vision. We
Oh,
don't
and
know what's
Kate
his name.
Bishop,
Vision.
Miss
Kate
Marvel,
Bishop.
any of the Marvels, they not
Hawk,
in
Yeah.
this list either. I forgot
Hawkeye.
Well,
about that too.
Photon. Is it
Right, 'cause she's in
Photon?
the yeah,
Yeah,
She's
Photon.
in
Yeah,
Photon.
yeah,
she's
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
X-Men universe
Yeah,
with
she's in the
Kelsey
X Men.
Grammer
Right,
Beast.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
And that's interesting too, because she's not in this list either.
But
Mm.
me and Leskin were talking about before you jumped in here how this looks like pretty much gonna be well, it might be Doom from the X-Men universe because they never tied in the Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba back in the day with we know with those properties.
The only reference, like I said, was Chris Evans reprising his role as Johnny Storm in Deadpool Wolverine. And you
Right.
saw what happened to him. Got his,
I
got his
I
skin ripped right
I
off.
want to say
Bro, crazy work.
maybe they're dead and Johnny was the last one alive because
Yeah.
we saw other Fox characters in that void. We saw Blob, we saw Psylocke, Lady Deathstrike. Like we saw
Yeah,
characters there. Just
We
that's
saw the
April.
original Sabretooth.
Yep.
that's right. Even though
Tyler Mane,
we saw what
The
happened.
Cyberdude.
original.
Yep. Yep.
Somebody playing the original Juggernaut.
Ray Park was back as
It
Blade.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Ray Park. It's to somebody
Yeah, he
else.
passed away.
Ray Park's still alive.
I was about to say
I
Ray
thought he
Park is
passed
still alive.
away.
No,
No, man. Yeah.
what's wrong with
Let me
you?
look that up. Hold on. Hold on.
This
I
guy,
could be
bro.
wrong.
You
Hold on.
think you're
This guy's killing people off
you're
already.
thinking of Ray Stevenson, dude.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm telling you.
I was like, who's he talking about?
Ooh, I could have
The original
That
Toad.
man is alive
Oh,
and
you're
well.
right. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, but
My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Don't be starting
guys,
stuff, bro.
before you got in here, me and Lightskin were basically
No
saying,
jinxes.
and I think we're probably in the minority. How this is probably the stupidest way to announce this casting news. 12, stay on the chair for 12 minutes and
Okay.
then pan out.
Hey,
And then later they just put out a 1 minute and 47-minute video of the whole casting crew. I'm like,
After like what 4 or 5 hours?
if
six
that. Yeah, 5 hours. Yeah, 5
No,
hours.
dude.
Yeah.
I sat there for look. I was an idiot for like honestly 20 minutes. Like really, we're
not
doing
me.
this shit.
You ain't
I
gonna
was an
catch.
idiot.
You ain't gonna
I
catch
felt
me
like an
there.
idiot. I felt like an idiot, bro. And then, like I said, I went to Screen Rant. They had an article. I'm like, oh, refresh this every so often. Okay, this is who's on there. Bah, 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 bah. All right, cool. Oh, what? Sweet. No, what? That was my reaction when I would refresh every so
Got it.
often.
Got it. Got it.
You know.
Did you
But
guys
overall, go
did you
ahead.
guys also notice how Chris Hemsworth was the first one as
Yes. Yes,
the
I did.
so it's funny
Mm.
because when I was watching Greg and Coy talk about the casting news, they were talking about the core members of the first Avengers movies.
Hmm.
You got Chris Hemsworth, you got Anthony Mackie as Cap.
Yeah.
Iron Man's no longer around, so it looks like Vanessa
Yeah.
Right.
Kirby is gonna be that third member.
Oh, we don't even see Ironheart. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
now
know.
that you say that.
We'll see what happens because there's still gonna be more characters because
True,
Robert
true,
Downey
true,
said
true,
there's
true,
still more
true,
to come. I'm just
true, true.
curious. The
Oh
other
yeah, and
question is Kang,
yeah,
Josh
yeah,
Brolin and Thanos. If you guys have seen or read, that comic Thanos and Doom. It ain't long, but Doom makes quick work of Thanos. Um, I don't know, bro. It's
There's
now.
a
Let me.
lot of people that left out though.
You got Lolita Wright as Black Panther, which will probably
Mhm.
be her last time as Black Panther
Black
if they're
Panther
gonna
probably,
soft
yeah.
You think
reboot.
you think Mbaku will take the mantle? Oh well,
Nah,
no, they're gonna recast. They're already
I'm about to say
they
recast.
already
they
they
probably
already
gonna
recast
recast
him.
him
They already
anyway.
said they're gonna recast. They already said they're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
recast. What am I
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
They announced they're gonna recast that.
Okay, so
Uh,
let me say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Out of out of everybody, we talked about the not Fantastic Four, the Fox X-Men,
Hmm.
Namor, and the Sentry. To me, are all interesting choices for this lineup.
Yeah,
Everybody else, I kind of, okay, that's common,
And
to have these characters that are being introduced later in the year with Fantastic Four, but
right, right,
Fox
right, right.
X-Men
interest,
characters and then other characters we
interesting
haven't
is
seen in
for
a
what you're
while.
saying are like U.S. Agent, Namor, um, and the other one you said,
Also, notice no
Sentry.
Taskmaster, no Taskmaster.
That's
What?
right. Nope,
No,
nope.
that's me.
But this is
But
also
the
to say
surprising was
this
the
is
Fox.
also to say Taskmaster really hasn't been in the Thunderbolts trailer, so
Yeah, they gonna say
Oh,
she
he's
gonna.
he's
Yeah,
done. He
we
done.
might. Oh, I just thought about it right now. No Moon Knight. We didn't get no Moon Knight either.
ooh. Oh wait, there's no Celestials either.
No or Eternals.
Yeah, none of them, and they're important too. So
No Eternals, no Guardians.
okay, okay.
No Doctor Strange. Like I said, they did say Clea was supposed to be
Supposedly,
involved in
right,
this somehow, which I don't know how.
right,
Trying to
right.
think who else.
You brought up a good point. The Young Avengers or West Coast Avengers, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, it's either
Uh,
or.
I
Either or,
would I
either
would like to see Ghost Rider. I'm just
Ooh,
Which
saying.
iteration? Which iteration though? I want to know.
Ni-
ooh,
I want
just
specifics right now.
ooh.
just because they didn't
What?
get him for Deadpool and Wolverine, Nick Cage.
So you want Johnny Blaze.
I mean, if this is just gonna be a send off, I mean, might as well. He's not gonna be in there for that long, maybe like 5 minutes at most.
Okay, as a send off. All right, Ty,
That's
go.
that's what that's what most characters got in Deadpool and Wolverine, a send off.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Ty, your
Sorry. What?
iteration of your iteration of Ghost Rider. Which
Ooh.
one do you want?
I like the one in Agents of Shield though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay, so you want the car guy, Robbie
Robbie
Reyes.
Reyes.
You
Now
want that iteration to come back?
if it's a send off, give me Nick Cage. Give me that.
You want
Just
Nick
for the
Cage?
wow fact. Yeah, if you're gonna send the
I
ball,
want
cool.
new, and I want Danny Ketch, '90s version.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yep,
All right.
I don't feel like they
that's
might.
the.
I don't feel like they're gonna
I
do that.
want a new one. I want a new one.
Well, they might do
If
that after they reboot it,
if they
cause
bring Ghost Rider, I want new
You know
iteration,
what?
and I want Danny
To
Ketch.
be to be
I want
honest,
that iteration.
I
We already
can't
had
sit
Johnny
there.
Blaze and we already had Robbie Reyes. We haven't had that iteration yet. I
Right.
want Danny Ketch.
I mean, this would be the perfect time to do it if they decide to do
Mm-hmm.
that because this is
Mm-hmm.
multiverse. We never seen Ghost Rider yet. They could definitely do a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider too. You know what I'm saying? Or Robbie or something. But that's not outside the realm of possibility. This is multiverse. So
That's my iteration.
right. So that's possible. I don't know. But I will say this though. I hope the Fox cast is not gonna be a quick send off. I hope it's like
they might be like the characters from Deadpool and Wolverine, where they play a part in the movie.
right. And I rather that. Like if you're gonna kill them off, cool, but let them go out
Save it
doing
towards
something
the
really
end.
cool. Right,
Save it towards the end of the film.
right,
Like
right, right. Let them do something
they're
quick.
holding the fort. They're holding the fort so everybody else to get away.
Well,
They'll handle
I'd be
Dooms.
cool with that. I'd be cool
the
with that
the
for
other
sure.
thing too is we don't know how this movie's gonna play out, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, wait,
And
wait,
look
wait,
who's
wait,
and you know
wait.
who's
it
missing
could
and you know
be
who's
it
missing
could
from the
be
Fox?
that the very beginning we start with the Fox X-Men, and then Doom comes in and wrecks that shit, and then proceeds on to the next universe.
Oh wow. That'd be
Guys,
rough.
guys, 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 guys,
That'd
guys,
be rough.
guys. We haven't talked about this yet. This is one of the most important things to talk about with Doomsday. Loki is in this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
remember, we talked about this 2 years ago or something like that on the live a long time ago on my channel.
Yeah,
And
I was
we
gonna
were,
say because we were talking
yeah.
about it. I didn't remember if we did it on this channel or your
No,
channel.
we did it on the no, we did it
Okay.
on the other
Okay.
channel,
Okay.
and we talked about Loki being very important in Doom. Well, at now it's Doomsday, but at the time it was just the other Avengers movie or K9 or whatever it was going to be. So Loki's in
Especially
this.
after the end of especially after season 2.
That's what I'm saying. So what if Loki is gathering the multiverse Avengers like we thought from before? And
I
this
wanted
is
I,
it.
I wanted to bring up what Koi said because
Uh
it was a crazy thing that Koi said. So Tom Hiddleston, God of stories.
Yep.
Koi said I don't remember the exact phrasing, but he said Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom is gonna kill Loki and take over that mantle of God Doom, God Emperor Doom, or something like that.
Ooh.
oh, Emperor Doom.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Ooh.
no. That's a wicked thought.
Oh, question.
That's
Question. I like that, but question.
oh.
But question. Will Thor be there for that too?
Mm. See,
Because
I
that'll be
Thor
the second time
be,
Thor
be, before
sees
dude.
Loki
before
die.
you got in here, me and Lightskin were saying Loki and Thor have to have that interaction one more time
Yeah,
before
they
they
have
do
to. They
anything.
have to.
Because
They have to.
Yeah.
Thor thought he was dead this whole time, but well, I mean,
Technically,
technically it's a
It's a
different
different
Loki.
it's a different Loki.
Yeah.
yeah, true, 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 true.
You could tell him, look, I'm not
Man,
your Loki, but you
you
know.
know, that's gonna be crazy if they're gonna let him go like that, bro.
And hold
Sheesh.
on, hold on. I just because it just popped into my head.
What's up?
Remember in Deadpool Wolverine, Deadpool wants to know why Thor's crying?
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like
oh,
that might not be a joke. That I
oh
might actually be a payoff.
no.
That might be a payoff in the future.
Ooh.
Because why would you allude to that so much
Yeah.
in that
Right.
movie?
Right.
Yes. And that's
Oh,
one of the first.
now that you brought that up, we
Mhm.
didn't get no casting of Ryan Reynolds or Hugh
Well,
Jackman.
yep.
That is
And
true.
when
Mm.
Deadpool and Wolverine came out, they did specifically say they are going to return for these two movies.
Yes.
Oh, let me ask y'all then.
hmm
How big of a role you think they're gonna have?
Who are you talking about?
Like, Deadpool and Wolverine in terms of like the story, like
Key.
how
They're gonna
big?
be
I
key.
I I
They're
feel
gonna be
like
key.
they
Mm.
might be more detrimental to Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm
That's
thinking.
Mm.
that's gonna be Hugh Jackman's send off.
That'd be cool.
Cause
That'd be cool.
That
I
will be a send off.
cause
That'd
I
be cool.
remember before we did talk about how Doctor Strange was gonna be in Secret Wars, cause that's the only thing that came out recently that he's gonna be in that one. Now the Spider-Man one, I'm interested in seeing because they're still working on Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be in the
Um,
mid, like after
yeah, I
Doomsday,
think so, something like
but it's
that.
gonna be set like
Lead, lead,
before Doomsday
leading
or
into
something like
Secret
that.
Wars, if I remember
Right,
correctly.
right, right, right. It would be crazy if they said it like after, like it's in the actual Secret Wars universe.
Also, I don't know if this is true or not.
That'd be
We're
crazy as
talking
hell.
about casting news here.
Mm.
Apparently, Paul, I'm forgetting his name. Big
Right?
Show,
Oh, Paul Wright.
Paul Wright
Oh,
is supposedly casted as Rhino. I don't know how true that is.
no way.
Oh wow,
It's Spider-Man in the
wow,
Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Wow.
If that's true,
it
that's
works.
interesting.
That
I'd be
works.
down for that.
I
Yeah.
I just don't want
Okay.
a Craven situation of
Damn, bro.
hey
Why?
Shot, shot,
I
Ha-
shot.
He
Okay.
hasn't even
hey
seen
what's
the
up
movie.
Zony? How you doing?
Zony's in here?
Yeah,
Yo,
Zony's
what's
in
good,
here.
my boy? How you doing, my boy? What's happening?
Yeah,
Oh
we see you,
man.
Zony. We see you. Welcome,
Yeah,
welcome.
son, we see you there.
What's
Welcome,
up?
man. Thank you for coming through, my guy. We appreciate it, man.
Zony's I was not expecting Zony to pop in here.
He be popping in. He be popping in. You know what I'm saying? He's supporting the both
Uh,
channels out here. You know what I'm
Zony, no,
saying?
we're actually doing this right now. So Ty is actually with us right here, right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm here. I'm here. Nah, I
I
ain't streaming. I'm streaming with my boys right now. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, he's here. He's here with us now, Zony.
Um, wait. I did want to do a fun thing real quick. So, out of all the characters we got released, right?
Uh-huh.
Who do we think is dying
Ooh,
in terms of percentages? Do you want me to go down the
ooh.
list and let's see like what percentage is
I'm
going to die?
I'm
What
Thor,
not?
I'm.
Okay, let's
Mm,
start with Thor. What's the percentage for Thor?
70.
Ooh.
I don't see that happening, especially the way Love and Thunder happened,
Ooh.
because
Right.
Chris Hemsworth specifically said he wasn't a huge fan of the way they portrayed Thor in Love and Thunder.
And
So
then on top of that, he has that illness thing going on.
that, and then he has final
Yeah,
word on his character as far as Thor.
I don't know. I might have to go with Dave. I might have to go with light skin. It might be a 70 for me. I might have to go that way.
Zony, no, he's not streaming. He's in here with us right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I think
Um,
it's late. I think it's late because it came in. Yeah,
uh, oh, that's
yeah.
right. Um, I don't think Thor is gonna die.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So would you give like a 40%, maybe 30?
I'm gonna go even lower, 30.
Ooh, 30. Okay,
I
got you.
I
Okay,
I don't I
okay.
don't see, because it's funny.
Okay.
They talked about it in the Real Rejects, how the best characterization of Thor was probably with the Russos in Infinity War
Infinity
and
War and
Endgame.
Endgame. Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure, for
Like
sure.
I enjoyed the Thor movies for what they are.
Ragnarok
Yes,
was the best one.
yes, Zony. He's the guy called
Yep,
Lightskin.
yep,
Um,
yep.
I liked the first Thor movie. Dark World was a little bit of a letdown with the Dark Elves, which I was, we
Yeah,
got
that
Malekith.
could have been done way better.
I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, we're gonna get Malekith, and then you go and watch, you're like,
Wah, wah,
eh.
wah.
Um, I like the Ragnarok.
Ragnarok
Lo-
was the best.
Oh
Love
yeah,
and
it's the best
Thunder.
one, bro. It's the
Love
best
and Thunder was okay. I
one. Yeah.
Gore, pun intended, they butchered Gore. Um,
Yeah.
Dum.
and it's funny because there was a darker version of Gore that they had initially shot on
Wanted.
yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, I understand, let these directors do their things, but you gotta have some, final word. Like, hey, tone it down with the comedy, because honestly, Love and Thunder was just too much comedy for me. Honestly, like, you could have
Yeah.
comedy, but it was just
Not
too
too.
much in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Like Thor,
Yeah.
love it. I mean, not love it. Thor Ragnarok had the best blend of comedy,
Yeah.
but seriousness and action too. Like it
Yeah.
had the perfect. Yeah, like you said, man. I just think they went too much with the comedy, and I guess they trusted why. Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Zo- Zoni
Tucky.
just said, bro got that Bible guy looking.
What?
Oh, you talking about me? Oh, you talking about light skin? Oh shit. Oh, oh, he got you looking like Jesus the Nazareth, my guy. God damn, bro.
Wow, Zoni, I was
Let
not
my
expecting
people
that.
go, bro. So
Okay.
this Zony,
It's all good.
Zony, you been drinking, bro? What you
Something I
been?
wanted to bring up that we didn't talk about a lot was Kang. Are they going to address what happened in Quantumania? And because we saw Paul Rudd in this, are, are we going to mention Kang at all? What's going on with all those other variants? Are they going to play a factor in this at all?
That's a good question. I
Where's
would say
Wasp?
so.
There you
Oh,
go. That's
that's
another
true.
question. Where's Wasp?
Oh, that's right. No, they said Ant Man,
Wait,
but not
if
why.
if I remember correctly, she
Because
did
Paul
say
Rudd.
she was gonna take a break from acting. So
Yeah.
Oh, he did. Oh, I didn't
yeah,
know
so
that.
she
Oh, okay, okay,
maybe she
okay,
might
okay.
come back for this. I don't know yet.
Where's Cassie?
That's another
Where's
one.
Cassie Lang?
Cassie, she might be
Where's
with the.
Cassie Lang?
She might be with
It was Kamala.
yeah.
Kamala and Kate.
Because there seems like they're
We see,
building up the
and
West
look,
Coast
and we
connection.
saw concept art for Doomsday,
This is
and
true.
one of them showed Star Lord and
That's true.
Star
With
Lord
with White
with the
Vision
Young Avengers, and we're
and
hanging out with Vision. Yep.
oh I you just brought it, yeah. Uh, Wongers. Where's
One.
Wongers?
Oh,
Where's
I forgot about
Wong?
it. He's the Sorcerer Supreme. He's the most important
Yeah.
one there.
And Wanda's kids. They were in
Yep,
the concept art.
yep.
Oh yeah, true. And they not in this.
Granted, this is not stuff that they're going to use, but
Right. Damn.
the stuff that they put out.
Damn, bro. Mm, damn. It's like we got so many questions though. Bro. Oh my gosh. But you know what? But let me say this though, because I didn't get a chance to say it before. So the way they did the announcement, I'm not going to say. I looks like the kind of guy that got that 99.
Percent knockout power.
This nigga, bro.
Zoni, we're
Yo,
talking about
Lonnie, you coming with the jokes tonight, bro? You must have been drinking, son. I don't know.
Zoni. We're talking about the Avengers casting that they
He
announced
said, yo,
yesterday.
you got the 99% power, man.
Hey, now that he said that, I wanted to bring up some dude at work is like practicing boxing. So yeah, I just look to my left at work and I just see this
Shadow boxing.
shadow box. I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Oh shit, he
He's
trying
fighting
nah,
these
son.
boxes over here.
Nah, son, he trying to fight the
Uh,
champion now. He trying to
oh,
fight Jake Paul out here, my guy.
Oh
what
God.
were you saying before? Zoni said,
Oh, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So because I want to say about like the way they did the announcement. Now I feel like the announcement was stupid as hell,
oh yeah,
personally. But
I'm 100% with you.
everybody's talking about it.
oh yeah, but like you said,
That's one thing.
everybody's talking about it, and Marvel's the only one that can do this. Let's be honest, bro. If anybody else did this, we be clowning them right now. But we still clowning them, but it's working because everybody's
You
talking about
imagine
it
if
now.
DC did this? You know how much clown work there'd be.
Oh wow.
Like this
And
was
it's
Zack
funny
Snyder's
because
idea, bro.
I feel like only Marvel could get away with stuff like this. Honestly,
Exactly,
They
bro.
better not do the second
Exactly.
round of. They better do it a second way, a different way for
Oh,
the second round,
oh,
for the
okay.
next round.
Oh, you know what, light skin? Let me ask you something. Well, I'm gonna ask you both now.
Okay.
How when they do a second round, how many people do you think will be announced, number wise?
I don't know because I know Doomsday's supposed to be like 2.5 or something like that, and then Secret Wars is supposed to be 3 hours long.
I read that fucking
Yo, Zoni's got the jokes today, bro.
bro. What is wrong with
I'm
this?
trying to keep my composure, bro, because I'm reading this.
And you see Day Walker
It's
looking like he over in
Oh.
church, walking elegant with his Bible, bro. Drink too much cinnamon
My
tea.
unholy
You
Bible.
didn't even no, you didn't even pour tea right. That's how I know your ass is drunk, bro. I don't know what you been sipping on, bro.
oh
I
man.
can't, bro. Oh my gosh. I mean,
Unreal. Back to the topic at hand.
yeah. Thank you, Sony. We needed that though. But
Yeah.
back to the topic. Okay, because I'm thinking like I don't know, maybe we'll get like because we got like what 20 on the list now.
There's one person that I want to mention that I'm
Oh yeah,
surprised didn't
yeah.
get brought up. Jean Grey, Femke.
Ooh,
If
that's
I
right.
remember correctly, she's dead. Dead. Oh no, wait. No. With Days of Future Past, they rectified that
Yeah, they
timeline.
retconned that so
He's
she
alive
allowed
again.
that. Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
the
Where's
crazy. Did I
Gene?
talk about Nightcrawler yet?
Yeah, we talked
We
about
did.
Alan
Oh, you
Cumming.
did. Okay. Yeah, because
We talked about, but I put that in like the Fox
the
X Men.
category.
That's
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
yeah, that Mystique,
Yeah,
Professor X, all those guys,
gotcha.
everybody.
Yeah, because that's the craziest one to me. I didn't think he was gonna come back at all. Like, if he's coming back, the whole cast got to come back at this point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that is the most surprising. Like they brought back
Oh
the
yeah,
majority of the
by far.
Fox X Men universe into this. That is the biggest surprise to me. Like,
Oh, for sure.
but
Sure.
Buggy said interesting was like Namor,
Yeah.
whatever,
Name more.
M'Baku,
Boy.
um, U.S. Agent, Sentry, Ghost.
Right.
You know,
Right.
those characters are interesting
Right.
because because rumors were some of those characters weren't going to make it out of Thunderbolts, but here they are in
I'm about to say,
Doomsday.
yeah. I was going to bring that up. Yeah. And I'm glad because it looks like
You
Sentry's
know,
going to make it, and I'm glad that they're not going to
and
kill him off in some way.
U.S. agents coming back.
Right. Right.
You know, and you
Yeah.
got we knew Yelena
Belova. Yeah. No, yeah.
was
Elena
you
Belova.
knew she was coming, but Red Guardian, okay, there was a 50-50 chance Harbor was going to be surviving Thunderbolts. You
Right.
know,
Right.
but but the ones I mentioned are the interesting ones. But the surprising, everybody that's related to the X-Men
Oh,
universe
yeah.
of
Oh,
Fox
yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah.
in this movie is
Oh,
a total
yeah.
surprise.
Yeah. Honestly, the second one for me, the most second surpriser for me is Magneto, Ian McKellen. That's the
Yeah.
second one for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, like, ain't he like what, 90 now?
See, the thing is,
I'm not even joking. I think he's really 90 now.
he could do this and then go back to doing theater acting like he did.
Right,
Yeah,
right. But I'm like, damn, bro. So
he's the they're- this is a send off for sure.
oh, for sure. However, let me ask y'all really quick because I think we run out of time soon. Do you think we'll see the first class members back?
I had wanted to bring that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
I would like to see at least two of the characters back.
For sure. Me too.
If I were to bring characters from that, I'd want to see Fassbender and McAvoy,
Oh yeah, you'd have to.
just for them to meet their older counterparts.
Mhm.
They kind of did in Days of Future Past, I believe.
It was only McAvoy, right? It was only Xavier, I believe.
It was only Xavier because
It
he
was
was
only
looking
Xavier.
into
It was
Wolverine's
only
mind.
Xavier. So I mean, but still, I
Well,
would love for them
in
to
the
see
in the
each other.
road cut, it depends on which version you watch. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh, true.
I just
Yeah,
remembered about that right now. The road cut.
I had
yeah.
the road cut. I
Oh,
had
what?
it.
Oh, shoot.
I had it. Lost it in a
It
moment.
honestly makes the movie
Yeah,
better when you watch the road cut.
It is.
gotta watch that again. Mm. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking too. I feel like they would have to come in a little, in some capacity too. Maybe like as a cameo. You know what I mean? I, I don't know. It's just the possibilities are endless at this point, bro.
But
It's crazy.
Storm is missing.
Yes.
Which iteration of Storm are we gonna get? Are we gonna get First Class, or are we
I
gonna get Halle Berry?
you might you
Because
you might get because if reports were that they wanted the X-Men in these movies. Now, maybe you get the older X-Men in Doomsday, and then you get the younger casting of the new generation of X-Men in Secret Wars. Because if Secret Wars is going to be quote unquote their soft reboot, you might as well do it there.
Right.
yeah,
Zoni, we might go on for another 10 minutes, maybe. I'm not sure yet.
Quote unquote. Because we still got to talk about Daredevil a little bit. Just for a few minutes. We got to still talk about that. Damn, I lost my train of thought now. God damn, why would you do
I
that?
didn't do anything.
Nah, so you made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay. But question two. Do you think all of these characters are going to jump Doom at the
Mm-mm.
end? You think
No.
they all gonna jump?
I don't think. I think they're gonna. There's
I
one
just
or two
I,
things.
I I just thought of some crazy shit right now.
All right, let's get Dave first, and
Go.
then we'll go with you
No,
guys.
no, no. Go, Buggy, go.
Okay.
What if Doom ends up having the Infinity Gauntlet?
Well,
Why go there?
Because if he's jumping to different universes, I'm just saying.
he's
It's
not wrong though.
no, he's not.
Because
But you bring up
all
this theory. He
powerful
kills off
entity.
Loki. Now you want to bring up? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just Doom's whole
Hey,
thing is
that
power and control. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't give me
Fuck.
that old man discuss. I don't want to hear it.
My brain hurts, bro.
So why you thinking of this? Nobody asked you, bro.
I have to go to that level of
I'm the
insanity for
crazy
you.
one until it happens. Oh God.
Hey, listen, one of y'all might be true. I don't know, man, because if it is, they call it here, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's
Who's to
gonna
say he
be.
doesn't meet up Thanos right before the whole incident and then just kills him right then and there and takes the gauntlet from him?
So yo, you better run. You better run them gems right now, bro. I'm gonna kill you. Ain't no way, bro.
I don't want to. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Look,
See,
if you want to open the movie that way with him killing
if
Thanos
I
to
I
get
feel
the
like if
stones,
that happens, people are gonna complain. Oh, they already did this in What If with Ultron. I'm just saying. You know how the
that,
fandom is.
there'll
bro,
be there'll be that pocket.
I can't, bro. Oh man. All right. So that's what we got to talk about Doomsday. We got anything else to talk
Dude,
about?
I could go on about what's missing from the cast for Doomsday.
True.
I could keep going. I could keep going. We could talk about Daredevil another day. I'd rather talk about
Yeah,
Doomsday,
this
bro.
is Avengers casting. We don't care about Daredevil.
Yeah, dude. Let's just focus on on Doomsday. If you want to talk about
Okay. The
Daredevil,
only thing of it
why?
is okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you want to talk about Daredevil, that's one character that we could discuss why he's not available for this. But earlier
I
we
mean,
said
that's true.
street
That's true.
level.
That's true. That's true.
But
That's
he's
true.
a street level. We also said he's street level, along with the Punisher and Luke
Yeah.
Cage, because you know the Defenders are coming back, and we know this is going to happen before Doomsday.
But do you think they'll show up in Secret Wars though?
I would say they have to at that point. You're going to have everybody in there.
They're gonna show up in Avengers. What happened?
What do you say?
What happened? Oh no. Man. Yeah, we about to cut the production, bro.
Oh
It's only
What?
shit!
out here. It's only out here acting up, bro.
I
We
like your
got
cut, G.
Wow, bro.
yo, we got to cut the production, bro. It's only acting out of character, bro.
He's
Bro,
been
can we
drinking.
mute him?
He's been drinking.
Can we mute him?
Nah. That's the
Put
homie.
him in the
That's the
penalty
homie.
box. 5 minutes.
That's the homie.
Okay,
That's the homie.
2 minute minor. 2 minute minor penalty box.
Oh shit.
Wow, we doing penalty boxes now. That's what we do.
Two 2 minute minor, bro.
But like, nah, we about to make super chats, bro.
You know what's funny? I had a joke to myself. I'm gonna start getting soccer red and yellow cards for these streams because
You may as well, bro.
Bro.
at this point might as
Nah, we
well.
gotta make super chats, bro. Because if you gonna do that, we gonna have to make
Card.
super chats up in there, bro. We gonna have
Um,
to pay to do this.
real quick. What I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
since
yeah, yeah. What's
we
up,
kind
bro?
of like glossed over it real quick.
All right, what's up? What's up?
The Kang situation.
Ah, yes, the cake situation. Yes.
What's gonna be the outcome of that?
He's dead.
Because well, obviously from Quantumania we saw he died.
Dunzo. Do
Is
not bring him back.
And then the
wait,
TVA is
wait,
already
wait,
dealing
wait,
with him
wait,
too.
wait,
So
wait, wait, wait. I just
I'm
thought,
sorry, go ahead, go
what
ahead.
if Doom just eradicates all these different kings?
That's fine by me.
Because I don't know
CGI.
any other possible way that you could get away from the Jonathan Major stuff, but you know, Me myself included was excited to see Kang, but we saw what
Yeah,
happened
they
with
dropped the
that.
ball with Kent. Yeah, yeah, they dropped the ball, bro.
They didn't drop the ball. Jonathan Majors did.
Nah, but it's like
Well,
Let's be real,
the
bro.
thing is, Disney's very reactionary, so that's another thing.
If
I
he
mean,
wasn't an idiot,
I mean,
But
go
look,
ahead, bro.
the
Go
other
ahead.
thing is,
let's get off of that.
why did the audio come out now when he's about to have a movie come out? That's the thing that it's baffling my mind right now. Now, a lot of people are saying he looks great in this new movie. He's doing press tour.
Magazine Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing. Just to say what Lightskin's saying. I that played a part of it, but when you really go into Quantumania, a lot of people were complaining, saying that Kang got beat by Ant-Man, bro. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
when that happened, people started looking at him differently because it's like, yo, bro, you get beat by Ant-Man. How you sitting here going to sit here and fight the Avengers? Now,
You know what?
Marvel,
Own it,
huh?
and move forward. Own it
Right,
and move forward.
right. But I think what they were trying to do was they were trying to make the threat of just being multiple versions of him,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
glad you
to
brought
deal
that
with
up.
these multiple versions. And people weren't seeing it that way. They just saw him getting beat by Ant-Man. That's all everybody cared about. Which I don't think that's fair, but that's what everybody cared about.
And I'm not gonna lie. Like, I thought he was great in that.
Yeah.
He was menacing, like he was supposed
Yes.
to be. The
Yes.
whole Ant-Man beating him.
Yeah.
This is
And it
just
was only
one of
one variant.
yeah, exactly.
But unfortunately, it was like the one that we seen in like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, that show,
Mm.
or which of what you seen of Kang in like the comics. This is the one that y'all chose to get beat by Kang. That's like Thanos getting defeated by the Avengers one type Avengers, like the first movie Avengers.
And then we saw Ramatut and then these
Yeah,
other iterations of Kang that, are more prominent than the one that we saw in Quantumania.
right. We don't even know how powerful they were because it got cut. And
My
again, that's
my
where the Jonathan Majors thing comes in with his bull, with that bull stuff.
the problem was Marvel saw them in Loki. They're like, all right, we're gonna focus our whole thing around this guy, and then that whole situation happened. Now we're doing this whole 180 with Doomsday and Secret Wars, and this is where
Right.
we're at now.
So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Look, the Jonathan Majors incident screwed the whole thing up.
Yep.
Plain and simple.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Plain and simple.
That's what. Yeah, that's true.
Let's just keep it at that.
But I don't think. But
And
again, I don't
as
think
for
it's the whole
Kang,
thing though. I
he's
think.
dead. He's done so. He ain't coming back. Own it. Move forward. Let's focus on Doom and doing this soft reboot. End of story. Yeah.
So Zoni
Plain and
asked,
simple.
who's a better character-wise, Doctor Doom or Doctor Strange comics?
Doom.
You mean in terms of like the actual comics or?
Yeah, that's what he's asking.
Oh,
Character-wise.
oh, oh! Sorry.
Character wise in comics, Doom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm not. I haven't read a Doctor Doom or Doctor Strange comic, so I can't even answer that question. Really,
Doom.
I ain't gonna hold you. Okay.
Doom's the better character in comics wise. I'm not a fan of Doctor Strange, so for me it's just a bias right there for Doom. I'll say it. It's a bias.
Hey, at least you're being honest about it, my guy. That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Hold it against me.
Mhm. I
Nah, you
wonder.
good. You good. You
I
good.
wonder, because I would like to see the Midnight Suns. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Um, I mean, look, that's the other thing too. Like, they've explored space. We got our street level stuff. We
Mhm.
haven't delved too much into that side of Marvel.
Right.
And
Well,
Mephisto's been mentioned.
right. And he's supposed to be an Ironheart too, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Yeah.
Hmm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
And they mentioned
isn't
him
it
in
Sacha Baron
Agatha.
Cohen? Isn't Sacha Baron Cohen
I
I
Mephisto?
believe so.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. I
I
believe.
am looking forward to
And
that.
then we had Agatha recently, which dealt
I'm
with
about to say,
some
right,
magic
right,
and supernatural
right, right,
stuff,
right,
but
right.
Hmm
they
And
haven't really dived into that
right.
area or that
Oh yeah,
realm
and then
per
they
se.
got Werewolf by Night as
Werewolf
well.
by
They did
Night,
that
yeah.
too. So Yeah, they
And
kind of.
Man-Thing, because Man-Thing
Oh,
was
right.
in Werewolf by Night.
Right. So they kind of been dipping their toes in it a little bit.
The
Um,
Supernatural.
but let me ask y'all: do y'all think that'll be like one of their main projects, like one of their main events going forward?
I don't see that happening, honestly.
Mm.
Maybe something for Disney Plus.
I was just gonna
Oh,
bring that
okay,
up. Maybe like a special for Disney Plus.
okay. I'll be down
Maybe
for
for
that.
Disney Plus. Maybe
I'll be
for
down
Like
for
Disney
that.
Plus,
like kind of
but
like what they did
not
with Werewolf by Night, where it's like an hour or something, and a little
Okay,
special.
I'll be down for that.
that or a series like The Defenders. You know
Yeah,
what? You build it up.
yeah. Just do Midnight Suns. Just do it like that. If anything, you know what I mean. But
I think
I don't know.
we
But
don't got anything else, right?
no, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Everybody's done.
I'm
Everybody's good.
just I'm think so. I'm trying to think of any other castings that are missing, especially from the Fox universe for X-Men wise. But no, the main two have and Rogue.
I had wanted to bring up Iceman and Rogue, but
Iceman and Rogue.
Oh, that'd be good.
Hmm. But we
because
know
it
Gambit's love interest is Rogue, so
because it kind of looks like they kind of have the core team of X-Men, but they're just
For
missing
the
a
yeah.
most
couple
part, yeah.
characters.
Right.
Colossus.
Colossus. I would love to
Oh
see
well, I
Colossus.
forgot about Colossus. Now, is it going to be the first three movies X Men?
Nah, I
Colossus,
like
or
the
is it
I
going to be
wish
Deadpool. I
different
I,
like
I
the
movies?
like the
Deadpool Colossus.
I like the Deadpool Colossus. Yes,
Me too. I
I
rather
like
y'all do that. That's fine.
I
Yeah.
wasn't a
yeah.
huge fan. Going back to that real quick, there were certain characters in those X-Men movies where kind of felt like
Why?
they got the back seat. Um,
Kitty Pride.
Angel was one of them. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and it's funny because he got a big role in Apocalypse when he was Archangel, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was one of Apocalypse four horsemen of the apocalypse. He was
Oh,
death.
well, I don't think that's gonna happen. I was just thinking you said Apocalypse. I don't know. That's too much.
No,
Yeah.
Sinister would be Sinister.
Ooh, I'll be
Well,
down for that.
they're
Okay.
saving that for the X-Men movies because
Sinister.
they Javier Bardem was supposed to be Mr. Sinister, or
Oh, I'll be
that's
down
the
for that.
rumor. Um,
Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
gonna be
I
Sinister.
we definitely might get because there's been rumors about young X-Men casting going around recently.
Mm.
I want
Right.
Havoc. I want Alex Summers. I want a better representation of Alex. I like
Yeah,
Havoc.
they kind of
Yeah, they got the short end of the stick.
yeah.
And at some point, I want to see him with the egg beater on his head. Look it up. Look up his original
I
costume.
did.
It looks like he
Maybe.
has an egg.
Well,
It looks
maybe.
like he has
Maybe.
an egg beater on his head. It
Maybe.
looks like he has an egg beater on his head. It's funny.
Zoni just asked another question.
What happened? I want to know who you think will win: the Phoenix Force versus Wanda,
Not
not
Scarlet Witch.
Switch.
So basically, Wanda
Ooh,
before she's got her Scarlet Witch powers.
MCU.
ooh, Phoenix Force. Phoenix Force
I
will
mean,
wipe out Wanda.
he didn't specify, so I'm gonna go by comics.
Phoenix Force.
I gotta go Phoenix Force too. Because Wanda is very powerful, but I don't think she's stronger than the Phoenix Force.
It's crazy because before she even became the Scarlet Witch, you saw how powerful she was against
Oh yeah, she
Thanos.
was out here.
Yeah,
Dude,
she almost
dude,
she
she
almost
almost killed
crushed
this
him.
dude.
Oh, I just remembered right now. How could we forget the most awesome show that we saw last year, Secret Invasion?
Womp.
What's her name? What's her name?
Emilia Clarke, the
Oh,
Super
I know.
Scroll.
Yeah, the Super Scroll.
No, is it the Super Scroll?
Yeah,
Emilia
Is
Clarke.
that what she
Amelia,
is?
yeah. I
Emilia
forgot her
Clarke.
name.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the chick from Game of Thrones, Khaleesi
yeah,
from Game of
yeah,
Thrones.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah, she can't
Yeah,
be in this movie, bro.
I
She
mean,
can't.
you saw what she could do.
Nah, she
that
I
can't.
was
mean,
that was
That,
part of the blip, bro. That was part of the
yeah,
blip.
that was part of the blip, bro. I don't
That
know
was
what you're
part of
talking
the
about.
blip, bro. We don't talk about
I
ah.
have no idea what you're talking about.
what.
What is a super scroll? I don't even know what the hell that is, bro.
Oh, bro, it's crazy because I started rewatching the first episode of the Netflix Daredevil. The
Uh-huh.
incident, the incident, the
Incident.
incident,
The
the
incident.
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 It's like y'all were so busy to keep this shit separate from each other. Now it's just like,
Which is crazy because it's like 8 years later. Now you with the MCU now. That come on,
it
come on,
was
bro.
just
But you
that
know what?
Perlmutter and Feige butting
I'm
heads
about to
back and
say
forth, you know.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
Feige was not wanting any any shows coming into the movie, bro.
Zoni, you don't know
He
what a
was
super
not having
scroll is? You might as well look that up.
Super Scroll. My guy, those Super Scrolls is dangerous, my boy.
Um,
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up real quick. Do we? I don't know if it's gonna happen, but are we gonna see Wesley back as Blade? Maybe.
Ooh,
There's only gonna be one Blade, and there only gonna be ever be one Blade.
Apparently, because we're not getting the Blade movie. Apparently,
No.
oh man, I don't know.
You'll be
'Cause
bald when we get a new
Oh,
Blade
for
movie,
real,
Ty.
I,
for
bro,
real.
I'm all these characters are coming back to me right now. Black Knight. How could I forget that
Oh
guy?
yeah.
Oh.
He's part of the Eternals. So
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
mentioned
probably,
them.
probably.
I'd love him there because that's when he was introduced, I believe.
another
Yeah,
character just thought of right now.
yeah.
Harry Styles' characters from the post credits of Eternals,
Oh, Star
Thanos'
Fox.
brother.
Star Fox. There
Yeah.
we
Star
go.
Fox.
Thank you, buddy. Star Fox. Yeah.
So there's characters,
How do I remember
out
this?
there's characters out there that we're wondering what the hell's going on with them.
The Nova Corps.
Th-
Nova.
That's another one.
That's another one too. Because I think it was supposed to be a show, right? At one point,
Hmm.
I
I think
think
so.
I think it
Nova
I
is
think
still
it
supposed
was
to
might
be a
supposed to
be a
show.
be a show
show.
at one point. Yeah,
Show
and then
or movies. Nova,
yeah,
yeah. Or
something
Nova
like that.
Corps.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy we got mention of the Nova Corps, but we never got Nova Prime or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
the last we heard of Xandar got destroyed by Thanos as well.
And never recovered after that. It's been like what, 5 years,
Trying
6 years, never
Something like
recovered,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, what did
to
Thanos do, bro? Like, and this was before he
Uh
had the Infinity Gauntlet. The whole thing, the whole set.
Zoni, you're not missing much as far as recent news, honestly. There's
Yeah. You
nothing
can catch up, my
as
guy.
far as this casting news, there
Yeah.
hasn't been much, honestly.
You
Yeah.
can catch up,
This
man.
is like people were like, who? Why haven't? Or
This
so,
honestly, this the casting news yesterday came out of nowhere because I had no idea it was happening.
No,
I
nobody knew what was
posted
going
in
on.
our chat. I posted in on our chat.
No, I know you posted it, but I'm saying
And
like
I'm like, oh, check
I
that out.
I
And
didn't
I
know
sat
I didn't
there
know
when
what's
I
happening
posted it.
until you posted it.
Yeah, I'm like, what's this?
And then
I went to
you're
YouTube
just
just to.
sitting there like an idiot, like
The,
every 12 minutes he pans out.
that's what I
um,
was.
yeah, I don't got anything else to
Yeah,
add.
I'm good, bro. Yeah, I think we're good. You good?
Danny Kid for
Oh,
Ghost Rider.
oh, Johnny just brought up another good point. The
What?
Watcher.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Especially after What If.
And we've
Mm.
seen that he's been in the Spider-Man show, X-Men 97.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
he's there. We actually
He's
got to
there.
see some of the Watchers in Guardians 2 post credit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he was with Stan Lee.
Stan
I
Lee.
think that was his
Stan Lee.
last. Was that his last cameo?
No,
One
Or
of.
was it?
one of.
One of.
It was one of. Okay. It was one of them. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was one of.
I
I'm
mean, yeah.
I'm
I mean,
still in the minority that you could bring back Ultron at any point. I'm just saying
You can.
you don't have to go look
I think
for
he coming in
villains.
Vision
Like
Quest. No.
maybe if I remember correctly,
I
Yeah,
think so.
there
I
was
think he
I
talks
is.
could
of
have sworn he
Vision
was.
Vision Ultron coming back.
Yeah, I think he's coming in Vision Quest. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Oh wait, I just remembered. What about the Red Skull?
Who? Oh, the Reds. Mm.
Are we gonna see him? Because we saw him in Endgame. No, I'm sorry, Infinity War.
But he was the guardian there of the stone
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't
So
think we're gonna say? Oh, okay, I got you. I just thought about it.
Unless, like I said, Doom's trying to get the the stones, and
the
he comes across with him because I don't know.
get that out of your head. Get that out of your head.
No,
Erase that.
no,
Erase that. Erase that.
Nah, I can't do
no.
that, bro. I did.
Delete.
It's
They
Delete.
got
part.
they
It's
got
it's
movies
part of
Delete
the
for that.
that.
MCU. I hate to say it.
I know. I know. I just don't want the Infinity shit again.
Well,
Well,
it's
they're
funny
paperweight
because
now. So
I just thought about it right now.
what?
The Guardians, like we said, we don't
Yeah.
know what's going on with them. You have Adam Warlock among them.
Yep. Howard the Duck.
That's right, Howard the Duck, Cosmo. Um,
Oh, I forgot about Cosmo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we know.
You got you got and the Guardians of the Galaxy, which we're getting Star Lord, but are we gonna get also Stallone's group,
I think no, I think you might get the Rocket Guardians
the Rocket
with
Guardians?
maybe
Oh,
Quill
that's right. That's
eventually,
right. That's
maybe
right.
with
That's right. That's right.
Quill returning to join them because of the whole
Well,
situation that's
remember
going
he's
on.
on Earth though too. I
Yeah,
forgot
he's with
about that.
his
Yeah, he's with his dad.
his no his grandfather.
Oh, I mean, grandfather. I'm sorry, his grandfather. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
No, his father was the fucking planet. That's right.
Ego.
Ego, yeah.
Ego. There we go. That's right. Um.
Ooh. What if Celestials come into play? You said Celestials, but you were kind of referring to Eternals. Celestials would be
Oh,
crazy.
Well, I think Galactus supposed to come. No,
he's
Yeah,
in Fantastic Four.
that's
that's what
right.
I'm saying. So is he gonna be in this too?
Mm.
Oh. What about that ill-fated movie that turned into a show in humans? Because you brought it up
I'm
when we
glad
were
you brought that
watching
up. Multiverse of
you
Madness. He was
Multiverse of Madness,
Black Bolt was
and
in there.
Black Bolt was in there, but also Ty, we were talking when we were doing Daredevil last night, how
Go check that out.
Muse is inhuman, kind of,
Right,
sort of.
right,
And the
right.
first in the comics, the first time he's imprisoned is by Inhumans.
That's crazy. The correlation,
That is
especially with
crazy,
Muse,
bro.
because he deals with Inhumans as well.
Right. Because
Hmm.
even the way, like, even if you see the way he fought Daredevil, it's like he's not a normal dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
his
glad you brought
So
that up because he was getting his ass whipped and he was just getting up.
yeah, and his
yeah,
strength and speed, it looked like this was something
he
else.
has he has advanced hand speed, his hand
Yeah,
strength, yeah, he knows how to fight.
yeah, yeah.
But he could do some other stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So if Fisk and
We're not gonna spoil it for you guys,
oh no, for sure, for sure. But if like
but if you know,
Daredevil
you
and
know.
Kingpin are gonna work together, I mean, he has to be
Yeah,
somewhat something. He has to have something in him. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
yeah, so yeah. All right, y'all. Is that it? We
I
good?
don't,
We
I
empty?
that sounded wrong. I thought of most of the characters that I could think of.
Bro, you trying to get us canceled, bro? No.
Mm,
But I'm trying
mm.
to think any other characters that have been key role
Oh,
players.
Uh oh.
How could I
Uh oh.
forget
Uh oh.
Abomination?
How about Red Hulk,
Well, he said that earlier.
President?
He said that earlier.
Oh,
But I'm saying like
I didn't
characters
hear
we
you.
haven't brought up yet.
Yeah,
I mean, but
Abomination.
still, but still. I
Evil
mean,
Bronski,
he is still running around out
the leader.
there. Ooh.
He and I'm
He
glad
yeah, the after credits. Yeah,
he
oh,
did
yeah.
mention that to Cap that
Yes, you're
there's
right.
something coming.
Oh, okay. Light skin putting in some seasoning in that chitlins. Okay.
And
I see you, my
that's where it kind of like goes
Only for you,
into
brother.
the whole
guy.
idea of them bringing the Avengers back together. You saw something's gonna happen in Thunderbolts. We saw in Captain America: Brave New World. They're gonna eventually need the Avengers because you just can't do it with regular citizens. You need the Avengers for certain situations. Now,
Mm,
Yeah.
this whole idea
Yeah.
of the whole Registration Act with Fisk and Daredevil, that's gonna be a big part in the overall MCU because Civil War was a thing
Right.
that happened. We got superheroes that are registered. Now, how deep they go into that, I don't know. They might keep that
Well,
to the street level stuff
well,
with
that's the thing too. Sorry, control bugs. But that's the thing too, because in Cap 4, they Ross did speak to Sam about bringing back the Avengers, and and by the end, he's talking to Falcon. He's like, "Yo, let's get the band back together. Let's get the Avengers out here." So it's be crazy, but maybe the Avengers well, of course they're gonna show up, of course the Avengers,
Yeah.
but we're gonna see the brand all new Avengers, and that's gonna pop up. But let me ask y'all, unless you want to save it for
ooh,
another
ooh,
segment,
ooh.
who we think is gonna be in that Avengers squad?
Okay, before we get to that, Real Rejects brought up a good point. Who's gonna be the quote unquote captain of the Avengers? It's not gonna be Mackie because I feel
No,
like he's still coming into that role of being
Thor.
Captain America. It
Thor
might
because he's the elder.
It might be Thor.
it might
I
be
can see
Thor.
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 Yeah, I can see
I can
that.
see
Thor
Thor.
because he's the elder. Because he's the elder. He's the guy who's been around the longest out of that cast, aside from Loki. Thor and Loki are the only characters who've been in all the
But he
Avengers
not
movies.
but he not the
Yeah, I was
captain.
gonna say he's not. Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say
that's
he's
that's my only problem with that. I don't
maybe
know.
maybe with Doomsday and Secret Wars, Mackie comes into that role of being the captain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Thor's going to be leading the team.
Because there's definitely gonna be pushback if you
Wait,
make him the captain automatically.
F- Fury. Where's Fury?
I'm glad you brought that up. There you go. See
Ooh,
another
I
character.
forgot about that. Oh shit.
Where's
If I
Okay.
Fury?
remember correctly, he's in space with Sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
From what I yes. Yeah, as of the Marvels, yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
believe so.
And he's and the Marvels. We brought up Kamala Khan. We haven't brought up Brie Larson. We brought
Oh
up.
yeah.
Uh,
Photon is
we
in the
haven't brought up
other place, yeah.
and
Yeah, we are
Photon's another. Brie Larson is missing.
Hey Travis, how you doing? Welcome. You're a little late, but better late than ever.
Hey, what's good, my boy? How you doing?
Um,
Hey, we're
yeah,
doing good. We having a good time.
yeah. Where is Fury? That like, what
You
is he?
know
What's he been up to?
what's Fury been up to? Who else?
We
Trying to
mentioned
think.
scrolls. Are we gonna see Kree again at some point?
I
They
don't know.
mostly good guys, so
I,
I don't.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
they made them
It's
the.
possible.
I feel like they reversed the roles. Scrolls are the
They
good
did.
guys, and
Yeah,
Kree
they did. They
are the
did.
bad
They
guys.
did.
Yeah,
They
I
did.
hated when they did that too. I was like,
Because the original Captain Marvel was a Kree, and he was a
Yeah,
good guy.
Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
nah, they made him the villain, bro. They was like,
And
nah,
he
I,
we
died
gonna
of
get Jude
cancer.
Law. We gonna make him the
I was about
villain.
to say that was Jude Law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said we gonna get Jude Law. We gonna make him the villain.
But he lied.
Uh,
Rev-
you know what's crazy? We was talking about that yesterday, bro. I told him I
That's
was
why I
so
brought it up,
upset.
bro. That's why I brought it up,
So
bro.
I was so upset when I learned that.
I know you guys might hate me for this.
What?
Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
No, done.
Yeah, he's done because he said he was done with
Well,
superhero shit.
yeah, that's
No,
right.
no,
Yeah.
because Electra referred to. Did he make like? No, he didn't make it.
Man,
She,
he didn't make
she
it.
referred.
Oh, I'm so
She
sorry.
said
No,
he was dead.
All right,
no.
Travis brought up a good thing here.
What do you say? What Travis said?
Fury assembled the Avengers starting with Tony. I think he'd have a sense of responsibility to confronting Doom. Also, just give him an Iron Man suit with one eye.
Hey, you joking, Travis? That's
I
actually
mean,
That
pretty
was
dope.
good.
I'd
That
be
was good.
cool
I
with
like
that.
it. I like it.
I like
I
that
like it.
though, like, because remember
I wouldn't
that.
be bad.
See, that's
I
another
would.
thing
Yeah.
that the rejects were talking about. As far as the casting in this Doomsday, nobody that has interacted with Iron Man slash Tony besides Paul Rudd and Chris Hemsworth's characters.
True. True.
Well, I guess you want to push Sebastian Stan in there too, because him and Cap whooped his ass together.
Yo, we got to go
Yeah.
through the movies, bro. We got to do the.
Well,
We
we'll
got to
do
go
the
through,
MCU
bro. Yeah,
watch
yeah, yeah,
along.
yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah. At some point, yeah. Because I miss all those movies, bro. The Infinity Saga was just
yeah,
damn near perfection, bro.
I will say
Uh,
Travis did bring up a good point with that though,
oh,
because
with it.
With Fury.
there's nobody in this cast, like I said, besides Rudd and Hemsworth that know Iron Man and Tony Stark. And seeing Doom as, like, oh, I thought you were dead. And then Doom
Yeah.
wrecks shit. And they're like, oh, what happened?
Well, let me
Yep.
ask y'all too, since we hit. Do y'all think he'll go for the accent, RDJ? Or you
I
think
hope
he'll
so.
just be
I
just
hope
straight
so.
his
No.
voice? Okay.
See, the thing that I'm worried about is he said he was going to make his own version of Doom, which.
I don't know what that means.
Mm, is it
I
just
don't know.
is it just gonna be Downey playing
And
Tony
that's my
Stark, but
fear.
as
That's my
Doom?
fear. That's my biggest fear. Because when he was
Because
first announced, sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
with what did Travis? With all these variants of characters, a neat narrative device would be like what they did in the Marvels. Characters morph into different variants during the fights. Okay.
Ooh, ooh, I'll be down for that. Okay. Mm, I'll be down for that.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah. That's a good one, Travis. That's a good one, man.
That might work.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll be down for that. Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
No. Oh no, I remember what I was saying. So yeah, because that was my worry when we first talked about this, when we first heard the
I
RDJ.
think that was a lot of people's worries
Yeah, because
when that
like
was
we were
first
worried
announced.
that he's gonna be Tony Stark in the Doom suit.
As
You know what I mean? But
And
I've seen him in oh my gosh.
he's a good actor, dude. He
No,
can
he's a great
act.
actor. And that's what I'm saying. Like I
So,
saw him in yeah, go ahead, read the chat, my guy. I got
similar
remember.
to Imagine Strange can knock someone's astral form out of their body. Imagine he knocks Toby and Andrew into Tom, and then they switch throughout. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's gonna be
I
hilarious.
forgot about that. Yeah,
That's gonna be
wow.
hilarious.
I didn't
Oh,
even think about that
Oppenheimer. There
until
we go.
now.
I remember Oppenheimer. Yeah, I saw RDJ in Oppenheimer,
Oh,
and he looked like a
Oppenheimer.
totally different person. So
Yeah,
I think he can do it. I just want him to just be something different, not RDJ in the Doom outfit.
No, I don't think he will be. I don't think he'll be Tony Stark.
I'm the
Like,
dude disguised as another dude.
no. I think he's gonna take this role very seriously, and
Mhm.
he's gonna be the terror that the
See,
MCU
that's
needs right
that's what I need. I don't need him
Yeah, I
to be
need exactly,
the
exactly.
playboy
now.
and stuff like that.
No, I don't. He's not gonna be the playboy. No,
Another
he's gonna
thing that
be
I
the
just thought
guy
of right
going
now:
after ultimate power, and he's gonna
keep
be
the MFing helmet of Doom on. I do not want to see your face at all.
I
because his face
I
is
don't think we're gonna.
scarred.
Exactly.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Unless they're gonna
I think
do
they're
to
gonna
him like they do Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool, okay.
I hope they do. I hope they keep it on, but something tell me they're not going to do that. Something tells me they're not.
And that's
But I
one of
hope
the
they
issues
do
I
just to
had
keep it different.
with the MCU as far as people wearing their helmets and stuff
Matt,
like that.
Oh yeah, I've been
well, we
saying that
gotta
about
see their
Spider
face.
Man for the longest time. He always
Cap,
has a mask off all the
Cap
time.
and Thor were like the main ones that always taking off their helmets.
Yep, Spider Man 2. I don't even understand that.
There's
There's a narrative.
narrative potential in Rhodey having Skrull using his face for God knows how long. This is true.
Yes,
Him seeing the
we
face of
forgot
his
about
best
that.
friend warned by someone else, making their relationship personal. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I'm
And yo,
glad.
it's crazy.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up, Travis, because we completely forgot about Rhodey.
Yep,
Oh yeah, for sure. And he was supposed to have
that's true.
his own show, and then that
Iron
got
Wars.
canceled.
Iron
Yeah,
Wars, right?
yeah. And
Yeah.
then they got canceled. I think.
Isn't he supposed to be in Ironheart or like a small part in Ironheart?
Supposedly. Well, I could, yeah, probably because I can see his role in there too.
Travis brought up a good point. Now I'm curious. I I hate to say this, but I have to go back into Secret Invasion to see what happened with Rhodey after the whole situation.
Yeah,
Because I remember when we were
Yeah,
watching Secret Invasion, we said, it was around Civil War when we kind of, had the idea he
he
possibly got
might
swapped
have
out.
possibly.
yeah.
I think
Um,
that should have been it. Honestly.
Ideally, Rhodey should be the hero of the story. Aside from Iron Man, he's the first Avenger we met. Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
that's true. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I to be honest, people hate it, but I actually like. That's actually one of the things I did like about that show. was that you don't know how long Rhodey's been a scroll for, because he could have been a
Yeah,
scroll
Yeah.
since after Civil War. Because honestly, I think he should have died in Civil War, because to fall from that height
and that
with
and
the
that
suit,
and that brings the question, like, he was probably a scroll then and there because to survive that fall.
right?
Yep.
So does that mean he can walk?
Hmm.
I don't know. That's why I said this was the best thing they could have done. I don't know why everybody thinks it's like the worst thing ever. This is good. Because y'all literally say, yo, that wasn't him. That was a scroll. Y'all can literally say that. And then Don Cheadle could be
Just
walking happy.
just like the guy in jail in episode 4 of Daredevil. Was it a
That nigga.
Man, you
Why you
you
gotta
trying
do
to get Ty triggered, huh?
Why the fuck you had to do that? How the fuck you had to? I can't even
uh,
cuss.
if Rhodey has been a scroll since Civil War, he didn't see Tony die saving the
Hey,
universe. Yep. Seeing Doom as his
That's true.
chance to be Luke Skywalker and bring him back is compelling. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Travis, you cooking, my man?
Give
I'm
this
telling
man a
Oh,
you,
he,
bro.
gold star.
he's got more. He's got more. I think
Uh
they'll
oh,
do
what
what
else you cooking?
I think they'll do well to ignite that show. However, yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, as much as I'm not a fan of Secret Invasion, that would make that
A bigger
go away
payoff.
a little. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
to ignore the show.
okay.
Okay. We thought you said ignite, bro. My bad. Okay. Yeah. I mean, but but the scroll thing with Rhodey, that makes sense. If you're gonna ignore everything, just keep that. Just keep that. Everything else, just throw it away. Just throw it in the recycle bin.
Can,
Throw it
can
in the
we
regular garbage.
can
Throw
we
it out.
can we just blip Secret Invasion?
Yeah. Let's get Thanos back in here, bro. This is the
Uh,
Infinity Stones one more time, bro. Just one more time. Just for this. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's all I can think of for this, honestly.
I don't. Yeah, I don't got anything
I'm
else,
good.
Okay, you got
honestly.
anything else? You good?
I can't think of anything.
Travis, you
Any
got
other
anything else
character.
to say before we get out of here? Or Zoni, one
Yeah,
of you
let us
two?
know because this is about to be it, bro.
Zoni was talking crap the whole time. that
Yeah,
man,
we had
that
to
man,
meet.
that man
We
has
had
been
to
That
meet.
man
triggered.
was having a stand up comedy
Yeah,
show.
bro. Nah, we had to cut. We had to cut production.
Oh, actually, you know what, Travis? Let me ask you. Out of everybody that's been announced, who do you think is the more surprising casting announcement to you?
Oh yeah, let us know. Let
Yeah.
us know. Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know real
Who's your
quick.
biggest surprise? Yeah. Good
Because
question.
because I know you came into this late, but we said Namor, the Sentry, and the Fox X-Men were like the surprising ones for us.
Mm.
I'm gonna give him a couple minutes, give him
Got
get
you.
him get his
Got
answer out there, and then we
Yeah.
out of here.
you. All right. But nah, like I said, nah. But I mean, the reveal did bring us a lot of questions for
Yep.
us to deal with. Uh
When all is lost, the characters don't know what to do. Yep, having an Apollo Creed moment where someone comes in and says it takes a conqueror to kill one. An Avenger to beat me and you aren't it. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a ooh, damn.
Oh, you reveal Thanos
And
who
who
leads
leads
the Avengers to defeat Doom. That would be rad.
Well,
Oh,
well, Travis, it's funny you say that because I did
okay.
say earlier that maybe Thanos and Doom meet each other and kind of like in the comics, Doom makes quick work of him. I don't know. They could literally do anything with this
Oh,
movie
but
they
I
want.
but I really like that though. They like, yo, we got beef with you, bro.
Yeah.
You want to work together, bro? Nah. But
Mm.
Vision might be like, listen, bro, this is the best chance we go get, bro.
Let
We
let me
gotta
ask
join with
you,
vibes.
you both of you read the Secret Wars comics, right?
Yeah. Well, I did.
Was was Cable in it at all?
No,
No? Okay.
not that I remember. Nope. And he
Because I
should
was
have
gonna
been
say
in there, but
that's besides Cable, Domino's another one that I feel like we haven't seen enough of because they kind of took like the backseat in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, for sure.
The
Yeah.
idea the idea of Thanos beating the crap out of Downey getting cheers would be a great reversal of Infinity War. That is true. That is
See,
true.
damn, that's gonna be crazy, bro. If
Yeah,
that, yo, that's gonna be a crazy fight, bro.
especially if that's the payoff for Secret War.
Mm.
Mm. Yo, because that was crazy. I don't know if they're even gonna do it the same way. You got Doom ripping out or eviscerating Thanos to his. Do you see his like his whole bone, his backbone, bro? I don't know if they're gonna do it like that, but if they do, crazy work. Crazy, crazy, crazy work, bro.
Spine.
Spine.
Spinal,
My back's broken. Vertebrae?
back,
Spinal.
Spinal.
spinal. My back.
Trying to
Imagine
think of
Kobe
any other
saying that shit.
characters.
My back.
Trying to think of any other characters that.
Huh?
I'm trying to think of any other characters that we've had.
Gamora, Nebula, and the Guardians coming to the aid of Thanos would be badass.
Ooh.
You know that brings up that hold on, that brings up a good question.
Ooh.
Is the Gamora that they ended up getting, is she still around in this universe or is she doing her own thing? I don't remember.
Whole thing.
Yeah,
Whole
she doing
thing
her own
got.
thing. Yeah, she.
Because I watched Guardians 3 once. That shit wrecked me and I haven't seen it
Yeah, I
since.
haven't seen it since then, bro.
That was hard to
Yeah.
watch. The
That
Rocket story
yeah.
is
When I told
hard.
my friend that I told her I haven't seen Guardians 3 since it first came out, she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do it."
Oh, Gamora's with the Ravagers. Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Actually, he brought up a good point. You said earlier in the stream that Stallone's characters are the original Guardians
Guardian.
characters.
Yeah. If you know the comics, Yondu was that group. Star Lord and Drax and all, and I think Drax was part of that group. Might have been. Could be wrong. But
What I've been wanting to see since I saw it in the Guardians game. Fing
mm.
Fang Foom.
Fing Fang.
Oh, that would be so freaking dope, bro.
I thought we were gonna get Fing Fang Foom and Shang-Chi.
I'm
That's
not
what I
gonna
thought
lie, I
too.
thought
I
so
thought that
too.
was Big Bang Foom. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I'm like, this
It
would have
made
been the
it made
perfect time to
it
put
made
See,
him in.
that
sense
that's
for
the
it to
thing.
be
There's characters in the Marvel universe that they still haven't, explored.
Yeah, they still that. They still got
Uh,
Captain
to bring it to it.
Britain,
I was gonna, yeah, that's one, but I was gonna be
Yuli's
more like,
favorite superhero team, Alpha Flight, the Canadian
that's right.
mutant team.
Well, you can now since we're gonna have mutants in the future, so you could possibly do that. Let me see.
I
Oh,
mean,
he's got.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
hold on. Uh, the remaining Eternals go to the Earth to find the one human who's killed the Celestial, finding Peter Quill. Ooh. Doom then kills Erishim and takes the powers of the Eternals, making them human. Won't happen, he says. Hey,
mm.
Integrity, this is Marvel news. Get out of here.
Disrespectful. Are you guys ready for the Batman 2 to be canceled? It's not getting canceled, bro. I'm
Uh,
disrespected. Shut your ass up. No, we're not doing that. I don't care what your hating ass. Get that
no,
hell up out
you
of
did
here.
that on purpose, Integrity. We know you did. Come on.
Oh,
Batman 2 needs to be canned.
That's
It
secretly
does.
light. That's
It
it's not
secretly
getting
that's
canned. Shut
that's
up.
that's secretly light skinned Daywalker's other account.
Oh,
That's my murder account.
wow, that's crazy work.
Integrity. The way it made too much money for it to
This
be
man
canceled.
hated so bad that he got to go to another account. It dope
Basically, the
shit.
Eternals take the place of the Beyonders from the 2015 Secret Wars. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
ooh,
that'd be cool.
ooh.
My man is cooking kabasi up in this motherfucker. Oh, okay.
Good
See,
work.
I wasn't even sure if people were gonna be in here commenting, talking with us, but I'm glad they are though.
This is why we got to do it late night. We
See,
got to throw this
if
late
it
night.
wasn't for Travis, we wouldn't be remembering
Yo, for
Rhodey and
real,
those other
Travis is
characters.
the
Dang.
GOAT
Yeah.
right now, bro. You the GOAT right now, my guy. Because I didn't even think about that
Nah,
shit.
you're good, Integrity. Don't worry about it.
Ties now.
Shit.
Oh man. Nah, you're good,
Yeah,
bro. You're good,
Travis,
buddy.
we did say that. What was his name again?
Star
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Yeah, I can see Star Fox. Well, yeah, because he has it. I don't know if he's gonna be anybody
Oh,
else though.
the reason he said that was because that's enough to draw in Gamora and the others.
True, because he is Thanos' brother. But I don't know if Harry Styles is gonna
Ooh,
come back though.
ooh. I'm only thinking about this now. Lady Death.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, shit.
You can't tell me going into this fight with Doom, there's not gonna be deaths. There's gonna be lots of deaths. Especially
Mm.
if you're gonna close this chapter of Fox, kill off characters. Have Lady Death there be like, oh, kind of like similar. Oh, this one has avoided me for a long time, or whatever, something
Just
like
have
that.
a chilling in the cut, bro.
Or yeah, exactly. With Nova Prime being destroyed and Star Fox being on the grid, that's a great way for Nova to come in wanting revenge for his planet being destroyed. Yeah,
So you think this will be the movie that you'll introduce Nova?
bro,
I know.
I feel like they need to introduce no.
Yeah,
I've
That's
said this.
definitely him.
I said this
Yeah,
with you, Ty. I don't know if I said
yes,
this
you
with
did.
Lightskin. We need to explore the space side of Marvel. We've only gotten Guardians. That's the furthest we've gotten. Marvels, we
Somewhat.
Yeah.
really didn't explore that much. We were too busy on the dancing and singing planet, which nobody really cared about. I don't know why the fuck that was in the movie to begin with. Um, we haven't really explored that much. Ooh, I like that. Maybe 10 years ago, Adam Scott would have been a fantastic Nova. I think
Ain't he like 40?
something like that. I believe so. I
Oh,
think if they're gonna do Nova, they might go young.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're gonna go really young. Yeah. They're gonna get like a fresh 20-year-old for sure. For sure.
Ooh, you
Somebody
know,
could grow into the role.
Huh?
mm,
Somebody could possibly grow
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
role.
exactly. Like kind of like Spider-Man. Like
he's
you
closer to
both
Yeah.
do one thing.
60. Hold on, I gotta look that
Are
up.
you
So,
sure?
I gotta look that up. There's no way.
60? Nah, ain't no way.
dude, that
It's
man,
not 60 years fucking. Nah, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
he looks it, bro. If not older.
Well,
Have you been?
Travis, you're off by 10 years.
Oh, he's 50. Oh,
He's
okay.
51.
He looks
All right,
60.
all right.
So, you know what? Being in Severance will make you look like you're 60.
I don't understand why you used it. All right.
Can we stay on Marvel, please? And Doomsday.
I'm just saying, out of all the roles he's played, he looks the oldest in that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah. You working at a job? Yeah. Anyway,
We got Travis. You got anything else to say before we get out of here?
yeah, 'cause it's about
We're
that time.
approaching an hour and a half.
Oh, are we?
Wasn't ex-
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
ex-
We
I
gotta.
wasn't expecting for us to
Oh
be on
yeah.
that
We gotta
long,
cut
honestly.
production. Yeah, we gotta cut the production. We give you 2 more minutes. We give you 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes.
Yeah,
2 minute
more
warning.
minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minute
2 minute
warning,
warning.
bro.
Dos minutos.
Nah, but this was dope. I actually, I'm glad we had to do this live, bro.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it was definitely
2
dope.
minutes. Dos minutos. Trying to think of anything else so we could until Travis comes up
Yeah.
with something.
No, I mean I'm
Mm.
good. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
want
good.
Danny catch Ghost Rider. That's one thing.
Somebody made the joke about Daniel Radcliffe playing Wolverine in Secret Wars because of the whole variance stuff and shit like that.
Crazy word.
I want Danny
Um,
DeVito.
of the returning people so far, Tatum as
This nigga
Gambit is
said
probably the
that.
one I'm
All
most
right.
excited for. I agree with you on that. Seeing what new
Yeah.
range we can get from him in the movie like this. Whoo, he made a name for himself. He's about to make a bigger name for himself. Honestly, I
No,
wanted to
no, I got
say
the winner for this.
I wanted to say if it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds putting Channing in that role, we probably wouldn't have him in Doomsday,
No,
honestly.
Right.
we
Right.
wouldn't.
No, we would not. He did such a great job.
Also we could get a live action version of the running shot from the animated X-Men intro. Ooh, I would love to see that.
Ooh, oh, that would be
I would love
fire,
to see
bro.
that. You know, now that he brought that up, I need to see James Marsden Cyclops falling from the
in
sky to
costume.
stop himself with the concussion
Oh
blast.
yeah. Yes.
I
Yes.
need that. I need
Yes.
that in my
Absolutely.
life.
Oh, do you think
I
they'll
want to
have
see
their
him in.
old
I want
suits
to
though?
see him in proper costume. Proper
No, I was
costume.
gonna actually no. I'm glad you brought that up, Light Skis. I was gonna ask you that. Do you think we'll see the OG suits or
I,
the classic suits?
I
I think I want to see the Jim Lee run.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that one. Yes. Yes.
I want the Jim Lee run.
You
mm,
think we'll see that?
you might
But
get the
we're
one
probably
like I
gonna.
was talking about where he's got the X,
I
on
like
his.
the Jim Lee run personally. But we're
Yeah, the
probably
blue
gonna
and yellow,
get
right?
the blue and yellow
Yeah,
with
blue and
the
yellow joint. Yeah.
with
I
that
got
cross thing. But we're probably gonna get. I probably wouldn't be surprised if we get the traditional blue and yellow, but more modern looking.
you. Ooh, I'd want that too.
The
I
classic, you know.
I was gonna
Okay.
say not Ultimate X-Men. What's the other one?
You
Kind of
mean the
like what
red
he was,
one?
kind of like what he was wearing in Wolverine and the X-Men with the trench coat and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I know what you're talking about. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay,
Um.
okay. I
Oh
got you,
wait, we got something else from Travis.
Travis. Yeah.
Wishful thinking. Tom Hardy's Venom is in this movie would outshine everything for me. See,
oh,
Ooh.
okay. I feel like we gotta talk about that now. Now that he brought that up.
Yeah, that's like another hour, bro. Like, what you, Travis? What are you
Ah,
doing, bro?
we can make it short. We can make it short.
Yeah. No.
Since
I know.
Sony and Marvel have a working
Relationship,
relationship, it's
partnership,
not
whatever you want to
outside of
call
the
it.
realm of possibility of, you know, I don't know, because they were
I,
kind of sticklers with them mentioning Spider-Man and
I remember.
Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they didn't want to see. That's one of those things with Sony. Like they didn't want him to be using Invincible. They didn't want him to be using Daredevil. It's like
Yeah,
you motherfuckers have been making these movies that are god awful. Like
my man
let
said the
Marvel do what
MF.
they need to do, bro. Cause get
MF,
the hell out
bro.
of here.
No, I
Um.
agree with that. Yeah.
Also, I think the reason Thor is crying when holding Deadpool's weight tells him that Loki's alive outside time and space, watching over him.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I didn't
That's
even think
good.
of that.
Cause
Yo, Travis, you work for Marvel, bro? You one of the writers, bro? You working cold, my guy? Because I didn't even think of
you're
that. That's
spoiling the movie for us before we know shit. Come on, man.
bro, it's
oh
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
I have to say, those of you that don't know, I refuse to watch those Sony movies, and I'm glad I did.
You need to
No,
watch
no,
Venom.
Nah, you need to
That's
watch
no,
the
that.
no.
I'm with light skin on
yeah.
this,
It's
bro. You gotta
it's
watch
it's
crazy.
it's no Morbin time. It's no Craven time. It's no Venom time. It's
Nah,
none of that.
son. Nah,
Bro,
son.
I am
Nah, it's gonna
going
be craving
to.
time tonight,
You,
bro.
See, my
uh,
issues with those movies, you cannot make a goddamn movie without Spider-Man in
And
the
I've been said
the
this. I
vet,
said this in all my reviews,
but
bro.
Venom
Yes,
proved you could.
but
not the
it's
second
And
still
one.
not great. I
the
agree.
first Venom's good. The second one's mid. The third one is fun.
And I agree with that. I do agree with that. I do. I like the third one better than all of
The
them.
second one.
Honestly, yeah. Well, better
All
than
I
both of
know
them, in
is
my opinion.
oh shit, it's a red one. That's all I know. That's all I know, and that's all I need to know. That's all I care about.
Oh man,
Bro,
all right.
but that's part of the fun of
I know.
Venom. You have to watch it, bro. Ty, we're gonna have to tie him down and Clockwork Orange him with things
Nah.
and
He's supposed to be coming to Comic Con. I think this year or next
I
year. So
don't
when he
work for
coming,
Marvel because my
I'm gonna hold
virgin
him
eyes
down,
of
bro. We're
mine,
gonna watch the
Morbius
Netflix.
and Vulture, are actually a massive part of the story. Not joking. Haha. Oh man.
Oh, all right, yo. It's about that
I
time.
think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that
um.
time, bro. Hour 40. It's about that time.
Yeah. Well, guys.
bro.
Yeah, thank you guys for
Travis.
coming through.
Travis, a secret spy in disguise. Zony's wilding out here today, bro.
Hey, what are you
Um.
drinking, bro? I love you,
Thank you
bro. What are
guys
you
for
doing?
coming in here. Talking with
Yeah,
us, bringing up good
Yes.
points,
Zoni,
bringing up
Travis,
stuff
thank
that
you
we
for coming
completely
through.
forgot.
Yeah, we
Spy in
appreciate that.
disguise. another Sony movie.
Hater, bro. Hater.
Oh man! And with that, guys, leave a like on this. Well, you guys obviously are commenting. Subscribe to the channel. We got you got the Daredevil 5 and 6 already out. What else we got coming out this week? I think that's it, right?
Um, yeah, that's it for now. I remember.
So we called an audible with our movie reaction. We were gonna do Old Boy, but certain stuff was happening in life, so we decided to lighten the mood and watch
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun,
That's
which
coming
I'm
out
excited
soon.
for you guys
Yeah,
to watch that.
yeah.
Because
Um,
it's that fool right there in the center. Tie.
supernatural
First time.
episodes, 3 and 4 coming out next month.
Yes. For
Severance
sure. For
episode
sure.
2 we're gonna record this week, so I'm not sure when that's gonna come out. I did say in the Final Destination reaction trailer if you guys wanted me to play Until Dawn before the new movie comes out, which I might do that. Um, I got nothing else to
Good play, by
say.
the way.
Wait, what?
Good play, by the way. Until
Oh,
Dawn. If you haven't played it,
I might do that for the channel. So thank you guys.
have you played it?
No, I haven't. That's why I want to play it on the channel before anything.
I'm gonna bust this cherry. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways, guys, we are Geek Low Stars. We appreciate everything. Thank you for supporting us. Honestly,
Yes, you guys are the best.
it's honestly fucking crazy when me and Ty decided to start doing this on his channel, then eventually coming over here. You guys love what we do. You love our shenanigans, apparently, which I get tired of it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
We a family, bro. We
We're
gotta
family.
be
We're family.
shenanigans.
We fight, here and there, but it's all out of love.
Yeah.
Anyways, we
Me
love you guys.
duele.
We love you guys. See you on.